Okay guys, let's talk about assignments and submitting assignments. The first thing I want to do is stress to you that this link right here is useless. There's really no reason to ever click that, because all it does is it brings up a list of all of the assignments, but it doesn't bring up anything else. And in my course, you have to do the assignments and you have to look through all the pages and the notes and the videos in a certain order. So what that means is if you were to click on one of these assignments to complete it, it's not going to let you complete it. It's going to tell you that there are prerequisites that you have to do first, and it's going to list them right here. So clicking right here on assignments is not a good way to get to your assignments each week. What you need to click on is modules. And all of your courses are set up to where all of your work is put into modules. And in the module you can see how it's laid out, and it doesn't even give you the option of clicking on those items that you're not allowed to look at yet, because it wants you to do them all in the certain order. So you just start working. Each chapter or unit is going to have like an opening page. I may have pictures, I may have an article, a video, just something I think is really interesting that I want you to know, and then a little brief, just a little brief paragraph about what this chapter is discussing. So once you see that and you read all of that and you check out the videos, then you can click on next, or you can go back to the modules page here and you can see that other things are now starting to show up for you. This right here is just a link to your textbook, so I'm not going to click on that. We already talked about your textbook in the earlier video. And this right here is a discussion. So we are going to click on this one. And I just want to talk about discussions for a moment. The main thing I want to stress about these are class discussions. When you hit this reply right here, when you hit that reply button and you type in something and then you hit post reply, everyone in the class is going to be able to see what you said, and you're going to then be able to see everyone else's responses. So I want you to always keep that in mind. This right here is like raising your hand in class and answering a question, or just, I throw out a random question and you and your classmates are discussing it within the classroom. So just keep that in mind. Open group discussion is what this is. Now I want to show you one other thing. Let me click on assignments. Let's say you were to click on assignments and then you were to go to another type of assignment. This is another discussion that's later on in the chapter, but what you're going to see is there is no reply button. And the reason why that is because you haven't completed everything that you should have completed before it. So it's not giving you the option to reply. And it actually says right here, very small, but right here it says this topic is closed for comments. And it's closed for comments for me right now as this test student, because I haven't completed everything that I need to complete before it. So if you ever click on a discussion and you don't see a reply button, then that's what's going on. And so just click on modules and you'll be able to quickly see, that discussion I just clicked on is the very last thing right here. And so, all these things before it that I haven't done is why I can't do this discussion here. The next thing you're going to come to in Module 1 is something I've written for you. It says how to quickly write a good paragraph. A lot of students, as soon as you say write a paragraph on something, they just immediately kind of freeze up and, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to write, I don't know how to end it. And so I wanted to help you guys out by just putting this little, this is just kind of almost like notes, and I basically just went through and told you what my thought process is when I have to write a paragraph or even multiple paragraphs on anything. So please make sure you go through and read this, because all throughout this semester, in every single module, you're going to be writing at least one paragraph. And so it's so important that you become comfortable doing that. And I really think if you read through this page right here, it will give you some pointers on how to how to get better at that. And then I promise by the end, after you've written all of these paragraphs, you're going to be really, really good at getting your thoughts down onto paper. So let's go to our first assignment, and this is an assignment you're going to see all throughout the course, all throughout this semester. It is the chapter video question and paragraph. I talked to you in the previous how-to video about where to find the videos for these right here. So let's say we've gone in, we've watched our video, we have our we've answered our question and we're ready to submit that. What you want to look for is over in the top right, this submit button, and you click it, and it's going to give you the option of uploading a file or entering text. You can do this any way you want, but I really want to stress to you that you should always type out what you need to type out in something like a Word document or a Google document, because those two programs are set to where they will automatically, every few seconds, they will save your document. So if something were to happen, if all of a sudden your computer was to just crash, the next time you pull up Word, that document is going to be there. Whereas if you were sitting here typing in this text box, and let's say all of a sudden you lost internet connection, when you got your connection back and you came back to this page, everything that you had written in this box will be gone, will be lost. So, type it in a Word document or type it in Google Docs, and you can upload the file or you can just copy and paste it into this box. Again, either way is fine, but I cannot stress how much better it is for you to do it, to type it somewhere else and then copy and paste it here. I've had students who were doing 4-paragraph essays and just doing it online, typing it in this box, and then all of a sudden they lost their connection 3 paragraphs in, and they would email me and say, Miss P, I had 3 paragraphs done, and I just had to say, I'm sorry, you've got to start all over, you've got to do it again. But once you have it copied and pasted here, or you have your file uploaded, you're just going to hit submit assignment, and you're going to look for this right here, submission turned in, big green check. That means everything's good and I got it. One thing I do want to make sure you notice is you can make changes to your assignment to what you've submitted. If you look at what you've submitted and then you say, oh, wait a minute, I forgot this, then you can always go back in and you can click on that resubmit, and you can go back and you can, maybe you accidentally uploaded the wrong file. Well, submit the right file. Or maybe when you copied and pasted, you didn't copy and paste the entire thing, you just copied and pasted a little bit. Well, go ahead and add in whatever else you need to add in. So I head back on over to my modules page, and a lot more has been opened up for me since I completed that, since I submitted that. There's another discussion here, which we talked about earlier, how to hit that reply button. This is a link to some flashcards that will help you with vocabulary that is found in your textbook. So if you want to quiz yourself on that. And then the last thing that you have to submit before getting to the chapter test is another discussion. It says, congratulations, you are moving to Sri Lanka. Again, you always want to take time, read through everything. This is a longer intro to this discussion, but make sure you read through all of that. This right here is a little graph to help you with this discussion. And then once you get down here, you're going to see that reply button. I hope this has helped you out a little bit on any questions you may come across when you're doing those first few assignments or discussions. But if you do have any more questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me.